So I had the Bubble Buddy group, which was second and third graders, and I went 4 different times during the course of the unit, which was really interesting. I went right on the very first day, and it was really fun because we kind of gave them a whole introduction of the unit, and we told them what we were going to do each week and kind of the game plan. And it was really funny because at the end we said, you know, at the end of all of this, the scientists are going to be coming, and their eyes just got really big, and they were so excited. Oh, real scientists are going to come. So then the next couple weeks, you know, we did the lessons and all of that, and then I came again towards the end, and we did kind of a challenge station where students, and we actually did this in our science class too, so it was kind of fun to see how the college kids did it and then also the little kids did it. But basically it's totally inquiry-based, where you just give them a bunch of supplies, where you give them but like soap, water, and then mixers, beaters, and then like a plate, and the challenge is to build a tower. And so it was fun to watch how many kids were able to build the tower, and they interacted with each other. There's that collaboration piece in there, and then the challenge, and all of that. And then it was fun to see which bubbles worked the best. And so they were kind of able to ask questions and observe which bubbles worked the best. Was it bubbles with a lot of soap or with a lot of water or things like that? So they really learned, you know, kind of, and so we did that for two weeks. One group did it the first week, and then another group did it the second week, because there's some overlap on time there. But, you know, the second group really enjoyed it too. And so it was fun to watch them do that challenge, and it was a good, like, kind of ending project for the group. So that was really fun. But what I really wanted to talk about was when the scientists came, the kids were so excited. Oh, the scientists are here, the scientists are here. And each week they said, when are the scientists coming? And we said, you know, at the end. And so finally the day had come where the scientists were here. And I was kind of down with the kids when they were eating their snack, and the scientists were kind of getting ready. And a little bit before that, I had talked to one of the girls, the BSEN students, and she goes, you know, we should have dressed up as scientists. And I at first was like, oh yeah, but then I thought about what that would do for the students' misconception about what a scientist is and what they are. Are they scientists, or are they just students? Or, you know, how can they think in a way that is science? And so I said to her, I said, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to ask them what the students thought you guys were going to look like, what the students thought they were going to be dressed like, or what they were going to look like. And that was actually based off Bosden's article, Breaking Science Stereotypes, that we had read a couple weeks earlier. And he did the same thing, where he asked students to draw a picture of a scientist, and then they interacted with scientists, and then their drawings completely changed. You know, they drew white males that were a little bit older, had lab coats, and they were in the laboratory, and they were doing, you know, all sorts of, you know, they had crazy hair and facial hair and eyeglasses and all of these things. And so I challenged her, and I encouraged this BSEN student during her lesson to ask and say, you know, what do you think what did you guys think we were going to look like? And it kind of set it up perfect, because when the kids were walking down to the classroom, I heard two girls talking, and they were like, those are the scientists? They don't look like scientists. I don't know if those are the scientists or not. And so it was pretty funny, but they kind of all got sat down, and they were talking and asking some questions. And the girl that I had talked to previously, she said, so what did you guys think we were going to look like as scientists? And a couple kids raised their hand. I thought you were going to have on white lab coats, and one girl said white shoes and glasses and all of this stuff. So it was exactly those stereotypes that, you know, everyone kind of has for what a scientist look like. And then the girl had a really good learning moment for those kids and said, you know, everyone can be a scientist. Normal people can be scientists. It's just the way that you think about things and the way that you see things. And you're a scientist. You've been doing science throughout this whole club. And that's really one of the key things that I really enjoyed learning and seeing in this classroom, was because those misconceptions were, you know, even for just a couple kids or the whole class, were broken, you know, were changed. And so that can really change their whole view on science for the rest of, you know, their education. And that can really help them, you know, oh, I am a scientist, I can be a scientist. Even if it's, you know, a girl who maybe never thought she could be a scientist because it's the stereotype of a male, and, you know, and all that stuff. So I think that it's really important that kids have that opportunity to see the people in this field, and that it can be anyone, and they don't have to be that stereotypical science person that they see in the media, whether it's Dexter's Laboratory or Bill Nye the Science Guy or Einstein or any of those things, those common images of what a scientist look like. They can really see that those people are just normal people like everyone on the street. So it's just a way that they can think about things. And I think for my classroom personally, like this is a really good opportunity for me to see how much interacting and collaborating with different people can really help those students think about things and how they can, you know, really grow and learn from having those outside experiences where they're not just interacting with me, but they're interacting with, you know, other people in the field, and that goes for any subject, whether it's science or art or math or anything like that. So it's really important to have those experiences for kids, and it was really a really good learning experience. I think for me, for the BSEN students, and for the second and third graders, it was a really cool opportunity. So.